Welcome back to Smackdown, everyone. My name is Rich. This is Gamer Life, the home of our 2K19 Universe mode. So glad to be back tonight. We've got a real action-packed Smackdown for you. Can't wait to get it underway. I hope you're all well. I'm glad you're all here, and let's get into this one. Starting off a bit different tonight, we've got an interview with the boss himself, Chris Hammer. So let's get into that and find out what that is all about. So Chris, I know that you're busy, so I just wanted to thank you for doing this. It is good to see you, and I just wanted to know how you think things are going on SmackDown so far. Well, let me start off by saying this. I have always loved this business, but as a business I had no idea just how big of a job this actually was going to be. Giving an honest opinion on how things have gone so far, I think I would have to be honest and say not as well as I was planning or expecting. Okay, I wasn't expecting that as an answer, I've got to admit, so I suppose the next logical question is, what makes you say that? Why do you think that that's the case? Well, as much as I hate to admit it, I think at the moment that we're probably behind Raw. What I mean by that is we've tried to put on big matches here on SmackDown week on week, but with this damn attacker going around the back ruining all of these big matches and opportunities for our stars, I think that has left us a bit behind Raw in terms of what we're seeing in the ring. On top of that, our champions have really only just started winning. We've had injuries to some of our top contenders as well, again thanks to the attacker. And to be honest, the list goes on, but those are the few things that I can think of right now off the top of my head. Wow, okay, that's a very honest and interesting opinion that you've got there. So maybe it's time for a new approach, who knows? But then I suppose that another question with what you've just been saying is there any new news on the attacker? Well, you see, this is the most frustrating thing, because a lot of our time and energy is being put into making this a safer place for the wrestlers to work, and trying to do that is trying to find out who this attacker is, but there at the moment is just absolutely no news. We thought we were getting somewhere, and then last week obviously he struck again, taking out Canellis, and that has just thrown us completely. We just can't understand the connection between these attacks. We can't find the motive of why they're happening because we can't establish that connection. So we're putting a lot of time and effort into something where at the moment, to be honest, we're not any further ahead and we're not getting any rewards out of it. It is, like I said, the most frustrating thing. Okay, so no new news on the attacker, and I know that you're busy like I said earlier, so just before you go, is there anything else that you would like to add yourself? Well, there is actually a couple of announcements that I do want to make. Next week we will finally be able to speak to Daniel Bryan and get words from him. Also next week I need to speak with Kane about what's been going on lately, and yeah, maybe you're right, we do need to take a new approach to get this show back under control. But that is all I've got for you at the moment, and hopefully you'll enjoy the show. That's great, Chris, thank you once again. I know that you're busy, so I really appreciate the fact that you've took the time out to do this with us. I'm sure it will be a great show. I, for one, am looking forward to it, and we're going to jump straight into it now, actually. So thanks, Chris, and goodbye. First of all, stop your booing, shut up, and listen. I've got a mic tonight. I've got everything off my chest I needed to get off last week. I introduced to you my friend, my buddy, my student, Razor Rivers. Well, tonight is a little bit different, so first of all, what I want to do is turn your attention to the Titantron. What you're looking at is what happened during the week. We had a little bit of a dark show, a house show over in the UK, and Razor had his first match. He won it. He had to compete for a contract here in WWE, getting to pick his show where he wanted to compete. So obviously, being my student, he has chosen Smackdown, and here you can see he's got Chris Hammer with the contract in his hand. It was signed. in the end, but Razor once again proving how sharp and how smart he is, actually refused a WWE Universe Mode contract that he just fought for unless Chris Hammer bowed to a stipulation, a term that he wanted in that contract, granting my friend exactly what he wanted. I'm not going to ruin it and tell you what it is. Instead, I'm going to let him come out here and show you. So Razor, come on down here and come down in your fight gear, because I've got a little surprise match for you tonight. Okay, so it looks like Razor Rivers is going to come out. It looks like he's going to be using Randy's entrance for now. He's bringing with him a title which looks a lot like the old European title from back in the day. He's got it draped over his shoulder. Not too sure what's going on there. I'm not even too sure what's going on full stop, because I didn't have Randy Orton coming out in my notes. Don't have Razor Rivers making his debut tonight. I didn't even know he'd been signed until just, so really not sure what's going on here, guys. We're just going to have to wing it and go along with it. I haven't got a clue who this guy here is or where he's come from. I don't think he's part of the roster, but again, I didn't know Razor was part of the roster as a competitor until literally Randy has just shown us him sign the contract. This guy has no entrance video, no entrance music. He must be some local talent or something like that. I'm not too sure. Again, we're just going to have to go along with this, guys, and see what happens. Apparently the guy's name is Cole Quinn, and apparently Razor Rivers is the European champion because he's the one holding the title over his shoulder. And the ring announcer has just announced that we're going to have a European title match here at the moment against the guy here making his debut. And the challenger, I don't think he's even part of WWE or our Universe Mode roster, so none of this makes any sense to me whatsoever. I don't know how all of this has come about. Orton did mention that there was a perk or a stipulation, depending what word you want to use there, in Razor signing the contract, and I can only assume that that he is now the European champion, and considering that is being defended here and now on Smackdown, I'm assuming that it is back in circulation. So yeah, we have a new belt on Smackdown, we have a new champion, we've got a guy who's a champion before he's even had his debut match. So yeah, to say it started as a bit of an out of control night is a bit of an understatement, but in any event, we've got a match here now. We've heard from Randy about how much time Razor spends at the Performance Center and how there's not really much else that he can learn. Well, we're going to find that out for ourselves now. He's buried some deep shoulders there, and guys, this guy is absolutely huge. Apparently the ring announcer says he weighs around 300 to 350 pounds, so he's definitely a big guy. He's really tall as well, so like Randy says, he has got every physical gift you can be given. He's also got the right attitude, if Randy is to be believed about him being in the Performance Center as often as Orton says that he is. And clearly he knows how to negotiate a deal, and clearly he's at least as sharp as Randy says he is, because I can't recall another superstar, like leave in the comments if you know anyone, guys, but I can't recall anyone being a champion before they've even competed in the ring before. So on me at least, that's a first, and it is 100% a first in Universe Mode. So it's some really good negotiation skills there shown by him, and at the moment he started a bit slowly, but he seems to be warming up to the task against this Cole Quinn, I think the guy's name was. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. If Razor loses this match, does that mean that Cole Quinn then gets a contract and he will obviously be European champion, but that's a WWE title? So Yeah, I'm assuming he would earn himself a contract, but again, I'm just winging this with you guys. It wasn't on my notes planned that we was going to have any match right now, let alone a title match. Oh, that was a nice move there. That was like a clothesline, but with the inside of the leg rather than the arm. Definitely a bit unique from him there. He's definitely at the moment feeling himself as well. Cole was putting up a bit of a fight for a little while, but he's not done much since, and he goes for something there, but this guy, honestly guys, the size of him is ridiculous. Just throws him straight across the ring to get him off, and then follows it up with a beautiful overhead belly to belly suplex. And now he's just going to rain some right hands down into the face of Quinn, and he's just really having his way at the moment. We're seeing little flurries from Cole and reversals like that one, but again just shoves him out the way. Whoever this Cole Quinn is at the moment, he's severely overmatched. And oh, that is a sharp knee there. Again, this time it's to the temple. The first one caught him flush on the jaw, and that last one has just opened up Quinn. And this is getting messy, to be honest guys. I don't even know how it's a sanctioned match, but it clearly is, because the ref sat there and that's a powerful clothesline. Oh, he's just absolutely having his way. This could be all already. It's 1 and it's 2. Cole, to his credit, does shoot that shoulder off the canvas. He wants this title. This is obviously the biggest match of both of their careers, because it's been televised. And Razor just disrespectfully tells Cole Quinn, kiss my ass, basically. And now he just goes and gloats to the crowd about what he's getting done here. He's feeling mightily confident, mightily proud of himself. And why would he not be? We're going to learn a lot more about this guy, I would imagine, as we go along. Oh, that was a nasty shoulder block there. Full steam ahead with it, and then just a straight up choke in the corner. I'm not too sure of the significance of the tattoos. I see that he's got quite a few of them. One of them's a massive reaper he's got on his back with an anarchist symbol next to it, so that's something we might learn, if there's any significance to them there. You would imagine there would be. That's a nice neck breaker there from Quinn though, as he tries to get himself going in this match again. He's had a few minutes of just straight up punishment, and it looks like that's going to continue, as there's an STO there. Beautiful counter to whatever Quinn was going to try, and as he tries to crawl out the way, he just gets stomped on. And I get the feeling that Rivers could end this whenever he wanted to. At the moment I feel like he's just showing out a little bit, just almost having some fun, as he smashes that cut face straight into the mat. No mercy shown whatsoever there, and that has really hurt Quinn as well by the looks of it. Big chop to follow it up as Quinn gets back to his feet. And what are we going to see here now? He's got Quinn draped across the top rope, and a sharp kick to the gut. Again, just taking his time, just having some fun. He looks quite confident, quite arrogant. I mean, we don't, to be fair, if we go back to the beginning, both of them are debuting, so we don't know where they're at in their development. We can only go off what Randy's saying about Razor, and nobody knows who this Quinn guy even is. So before the match you could say, yeah, we don't know enough, it's probably a fair match, but at this point in time, just watching it unfold, it is clear that Rivers is way ahead of Cole in his development, and this isn't even a match really. This has just been a little bit of a beatdown, if we're being honest. And I'm pretty sure that while I was just having a quick look at anything that I've got here to help me along in this match, that Razor has just took the top buckle off, one of the top left buckle off there, the pad, I think he has. And it looks like he's going to go and use that now. With Quinn up on the shoulders, he has. He's dropped him face first on that exposed buckle. The ref didn't see it either by the looks of it. And that's just absolutely just took Cole Quinn straight out of it. And we've got a 1 or 2. And again, to be fair, I didn't expect it after that. But Quinn does kick out at 2. And Razor's just going to continue the punishment. I half wish that Cole would have just stayed down really, if for nothing else, for his own well-being. But that's a nice reversal. Oh, that's beautiful there from Razor. He saw that exposed buckle coming, baseball slid right under the bottom row, and Cole Quinn gets clotheslined almost out of his boots. That could have been it, but again, doesn't look like Razor wants to end this just yet. It's a beautifully executed backbreaker. It almost reminds me of Bret Hart, the way that he did that one. A nice kick to the knee there though from Cole, just to create some separation, and a mule kick. Nice reversal for a guy that size to be that agile. I mean, he seems to have everything at the moment. It doesn't seem like Orton was just blowing smoke, if you like, if he was over exaggerating things. That was a nice Samoan drop there as well. Back to the power game. Yeah, it doesn't look like Orton was over exaggerating nothing, and then we see that clothesline with the inside of the leg again. It looks like Orton was telling the truth, and this guy is every bit as ready for this as Orton says that he was. What's going on here now? Basement drop kick there to the knee. That's twice in quick succession now that Quinn's gone for that knee. And what we're seeing here now, oh, that looks like an old Rock bottom. I haven't seen that move since the Rock left here, but Rivers pulls that one out of the bag. I didn't see that one coming at all. It's great to see that move again, actually. The Rock didn't do it, obviously, but still, nonetheless, really nice move. And Rivers just taking his time now. He's actually talking trash a bit to Quinn there, begging him to just fight back and give him some kind of a challenge. But obviously Quinn hasn't. He took too long to do so, and that's a nice sliding drop kick straight across the apron, straight into that face. And Cole Quinn at the moment is just absolutely a bloody mess. He's not putting up much of a fight at all. He's been fighting for survival more than trying to compete in this match, to be completely honest with you. Rivers has for 95% of this match. He's had it all his own way. I would say I feel like he could end it whenever he wants, like I did earlier, but in his defence he's tried a couple of times, and now we see an exploder from behind again. I think we've seen him do that earlier. But yeah, he's tried to put it away a couple of times, and Cole Quinn keeps fighting and kicking out, so he's just going to take another flush right there though. That's going to open that cut up even more. Again here, Rivers is going to go for the pin. It's one, it's two, and it's no, this time, come on now. He's just pulled Cole Quinn's head straight off the mat and says, I am not done yet. But that does clearly show that Quinn's finished. He would have stayed down for the three, I believe. We've gone for the Ludas press this time with the right hands. Cole couldn't even get his hands up to defend himself. He was wide open for them shots there. Razor does not care. Quinn here though, showing signs of life a little bit as he throws Razor down. He goes to follow it up, but gets punched straight in the gut. Nice sharp right hand from Rivers there. And Quinn sent into the ropes, just ran into Rivers. It's like running into a brick wall, knocked him straight back off his feet. Went for the chop, he did miss though, but Quinn missed as well. And we're going to see a DDT here. It is a DDT indeed. Quinn's just hit a big DDT, and straight away on the apron, Randy Orton gets up, worried about his friend, his student. But to be fair to Rivers, did you see how quick he got back up from what I'm assuming is Cole Quinn's finisher? It's the biggest move he's hit in the match anyway, and Rivers just bounced straight up like it did nothing to him, and he's now just chucked Cole straight over the top rope, as much to say, get out of my ring. And oh dear, things might have gone from bad to worse for Cole Quinn, as Razor now just empties off that announce table. He's kicked him straight in the gut there as well. He could have busted up a rib with that one. Draped defenseless Quinn up off the out floor on the outside. He's using that table now. He's just bounced Quinn's face straight off it. Gets back in the ring. A veteran maneuver almost there, just to break the count. And we're going to see something on the table clearly. It's the rock bottom again. We'll just call it that for now. And yeah, things have gone from bad to worse for Quinn, because if he weren't done before, he's done now. And just end this one. It's again it's getting a little bit on the disturbing side to watch at the moment. This kid, the same as Razor himself, looks really young. He looks like he's got his whole career ahead of him, but he's just not staying down. Like, we can beg for Razor to show mercy all we want, but to his credit, maybe a bit of stupidity thrown in there as well, as we're going to see another rock bottom on the outside now. Quinn just keeps on getting up, and if he keeps getting up, then obviously the fight continues, and again he's getting back up now. He just won't give in. This European title obviously means a lot to him, and like I said, maybe deep down in his heart he's fighting for a Universe Mode contract. I don't know what promotion he's come from, I've made that quite clear already, but he obviously wants to be part of this Universe Mode because he just keeps on fighting back. And what are we going to see here now, right in front of Randy Orton? Oh, that's gonna break the guy's skull. Oh, that's disgusting almost. You just saw his head rattle between Razor's boot there, a running start as well, and the ring post. That surely now has got to be that. But this time, Randy Orton's now picking him up while Razor just knocks the referee down. And this is going to continue when really it shouldn't. If anything, we should be getting Cole to the back now and checking for a concussion, but he's just took another flush face shot there straight to the ring post. And Rivers now is going to bring him back into the ring maybe. He's not going to bring him back into the ring. Another shot to the head now as he's bounced straight off the steel stairs. This match has gone completely and utterly out of hand. I don't know about getting a Universe Mode contract for Cole Quinn as he fights there. There's a little sign of life once again, but he's fighting back, and to be honest with you, I don't know if he's going to have much of a career after this one if this continues going in the vein that it's been going. We got him back in the ring, at least that's something. Again, Cole just tried to run at Razor and he just got shoved straight off his feet. It didn't even make Rivers flinch. And Cole now, he's just draped over the top. Razor's actually let him get back into the ring, and he's going to shoot. Cole shot him straight into that exposed buckle, but again, Razor gets straight back to his feet after being shot into that exposed buckle. He's just, Cole can't keep him down no matter what he's tried at the moment. He's hit him with his biggest shot. He's used the exposed buckle. Both times Razor's just bounced straight back to his feet as though it was nothing. And it looked like he was almost just playing a little bit of possum there, taking them shots and having a little breather in the corner himself. But Cole fights straight back. He's on the top rope, but he jumps down, decides not to do anything from there. But we've got a Uranagi there, and again, Randy gets involved, but Razor again just bounced straight back up to his feet like he wasn't even hurt. Cole turns round. It looked like he's going to get cheap shotted, but he managed to block it and get the shot in himself. But now he's going to take another heavy right hand to that busted up face. That head, it's got to be concussed surely. There's got to be some kind of injury. Like, he's been bleeding out massively for ages now. And what are we seeing here? Overhead belly to belly. Oh my god, from the inside of the ring to the out. That's gotta be it now. Surely Cole doesn't get back up from that. And Razor's just gonna let him get counted out by the looks of it now. It looks like he's getting bored. He's been playing with him almost for this match, if we're being completely honest about it. Every time we thought Quinn's landed a big move, Razor's bounced straight back to his feet. And he's just not allowed Quinn to get any momentum at any point in this match. But again, survival instincts there as Quinn gets out the way of Rivers. But again, he tries to get some momentum, but Rivers is still fully aware of what is going on around him and catches Quinn's foot, shoots him straight back to the canvas. We see the rock bottom for the 4th time in this match now. And this time, are we going to have the end of the match? No, we're not, because to his credit, once again, Cole gets up, but I think he really should just stay down as he takes another flush shot to that face that has been busted open now for a majority of this match. Razor's waiting for him, and there's a spear. That pretty much broke Cole Quinn straight in half, and that has got to be that now, surely. Razor is going to go for the pin, but the ref's just spotted at the very wrong time for Rivers. He spotted that exposed buckle, and Cole Quinn has just got away with one there. Depending how you look at it, there could have been mercy there, it could have been over, but unfortunately for him, the ref was not in position, so he takes another shot to that head that has to be concussed, surely. Are we going to see another spear? We are, and again, suffering for Quinn. Just look at his reaction, he just broke him straight in half. A guy this big, this fast, with that much momentum, shooting the spear, he's gonna kill you, and it has killed this match off. Rivers wins mercifully for Cole Quinn. It is over. Wherever he's gonna go back to, whatever he's gonna do after this, he's gonna need a long rest period, that is for sure. He showed signs of life, he showed character, he showed heart, but he was overmatched all ends up. And the worrying thing for people going forward, for wrestlers going forward, is every time Cole hit a big move, this guy just bounced straight back up to his feet like it never even affected him. And he has just been announced as still the European champion, so it looks as though it is an official thing. That has to be what Randy was talking about, the perk in the contract. And we on Smackdown have a new title circulating once again. The guy is from the UK, which is at this point in time still part of Europe, so I suppose it makes sense that he would want to defend that. He's defended it soundly tonight. If that's a debut, then the kid has got a bright future ahead of him, that's 100% sure. Saw a lot of Randy Orton there, and we're gonna see some more of Orton here as he's just stopped celebrating. He's picking Quinn up. The match is over, guys, just leave him alone. Just leave Cole alone now. I think the guy has suffered enough. Rivers has chucked him back into the ring. What is gonna go on here now? I thought he was going for that title. He's not. It looks like Quinn's going to have to suffer yet another spear after the match. Indeed, that is what happened, and that is, by the looks of it, mercifully that, and we can get on to what we did have planned for tonight. Starting on the planned matches for tonight, we have got Billie Kay, and she's going to be going up against Asuka. Billie makes her debut tonight, and she's going to, well, her singles debut at least. Unfortunately for her, it's against Asuka. She does have Peyton at ringside though, so that could be something, but it's still going to be a massive test for Billie. Asuka really just keeps trying to stack those W's and keep her name in the frame for the women's #1 contender slot right here on Smackdown. She is 3-1 at the moment in this universe mode, and just continues to go from strength to strength, so good luck to Billie tonight. Good luck to Asuka as well, but I really feel like Billie is going to definitely need that good luck. Following that, we've got a new tag team formed tonight with R-Truth and Shelton Benjamin. They at the moment are known as Truth Standard, and they're going to be going up against the Colons, who have another chance tonight. We have not seen the Colons in weeks now, but that just goes to show how important these W's are in this universe mode. We have seen them before. They're currently at 0-1, which is what I'm talking about. They're yet to win. Also, Epico owns an L at the hands of Eric Young. The same Eric Young who is now coincidentally going to be going on to Money in the Bank. So I can't really think of a bigger example of how important wins are here in this universe mode. So good luck to True Standard tonight. Good luck to the Colons. Both of them are just trying to find somewhere to fit here on the brand at the moment, and this is a great opportunity for one of them to get that done. Following that, speaking of Eric Young, he's going to be going up against Cesaro tonight. This match has come about because Cesaro has been absolutely hounding Chris Hammer and the team for this match after Eric Young dropped the decision in the Money in the Bank team versus Oh No Y2J and Bobby Lashley last week. It's absolutely infuriated both Sheamus and Cesaro that they now have a loss on their record due to Eric Young. Sheamus wanted the match as well. Cesaro obviously wanted it more. But yeah, I feel for Eric Young tonight. He's going to be in for a hell of a rough night against Cesaro. Again, he does have sanity with him, and he's on quite the roll himself up until last week, so I'm not saying he can't get it done, but it's going to be a hell of a challenge to get it done for him tonight. We then move on to Paige versus Lana. Paige, much the same as Asuka really, is just looking to keep building momentum and keep building that record. She's currently at 2-1 here in Universe mode, so she's just the one win behind Asuka at the moment. That will obviously remain the same if both of them win tonight, but that's not going to be easy. Asuka's got a man Rusev with her at ringside, and she's not just going to lay down. It is her debut tonight. She's going to want to show out well herself in order to keep appearing on the card in her own right, so she's going to have a work cut out definitely against Paige, but she's not going to make it easy for Paige at the same time, so that one really could go anyway. But Paige is obviously going to want to keep stacking them W's and stay in that race with Asuka to become #1 contender for the women's title here on Smackdown in our Universe mode. So following Paige versus Lana is Randy Orton in action tonight against Ty Dillinger. This again was not supposed to be the case. Randy Orton is really just marching to the beat of his own drum at the moment. Earlier in the night, which I will show you in a minute, Randy Orton was challenged to an AJ Styles rematch, much the same as the one he did against Big E, where he overturned getting that loss. But Randy refused AJ, and instead of me trying to explain it, let's just show you what happened right now. So we've got AJ in the ring, this is what he had to say, and then it'll develop from there. So we all know that I got off to quite the bad start here in this Universe mode. It kind of caught me off guard a little bit, losing all of that reputation that I built up previous to this whole reset and all of this, that and the other. It took me a minute, I'm not going to lie, to get my head around it all, understand what was going on. And the fact that there was no pecking order and I was suddenly fighting guys I'd never been in the ring with before, not really having much of a plan against them and this, that and the other, and I was getting loss after loss after loss, and it was completely doing my head in. And then Chris Hammer and the team decided to put me in a champion vs champion match with Shinsuke Nakamura. I realised at that moment, at that point, if I lose that match against Shinsuke, I am most likely finished here in Universe mode, so I had to get my head together. Had to go and sharpen my skills. I put everything that I had into that match and I came out thankfully on top. So instead of resting on that and thinking everything's gonna be alright, I decided, wait a minute, what is he doing here? We already know the rest of the crap that you were about to spurt off. You put the club together, you beat Big E, and now you want me in the ring. I've already heard it all. I heard it around the back all week. Well, I've got news for you. You're not getting me in the ring tonight. I'm sorry, AJ. I'm just not feeling it. You know what, Randy? That really does not surprise me of you. You are a coward. You challenged me. You maneuvered yourself into a position to just beat me while I was down. But now I'm back to myself. You don't want to know. You're scared of the loss, and I'm not surprised. You can think what you want, AJ. At the end of the day, you can pander to all of these idiots here in this arena, get them to chant your name, get them all hyped for a fight, but at the end of the day, it's me who's going to get in this ring. But I'm not getting in this ring with you tonight. And you're right, things have changed. Things have changed a lot. You got the club back with you now, as we mentioned earlier, for one. Oh, wait. If it's Gallows and Anderson that are worrying you, those guys won't be at ringside as long as you keep that razor away from ringside as well. We will have a one-on-one match just as it was before. I'll tell you what, since I don't need to fight you again and I have everything to lose and nothing to gain, it's not gonna be tonight in front of all of these idiots. It'll be on my terms. Money in the bank, WWE title, steel cage match to ensure there's no outside interferences. Take it or leave it. That is all that I'm offering. You know what? Okay, I've thought about it. You want me in a cage in front of all these people at Money in the Bank, WWE title on the line? You got it. I'll beat you anyway. I'll prove I can beat you one-on-one. You're finished at Money in the Bank. And that, guys, was that. So Randy, instead of fighting AJ tonight, is going to be going in the ring with Ty Dillinger. After that, we've got a triple threat match. This is the winners of last week against the team of Money in the Bank. And it is for the winner of this match will be the 4th entrant into the Money in the Bank ladder match. So huge match. It's our first televised one. Well, first planned televised one, I should say. And huge implications for that one. The winner, like I say, is going straight into the Money in the Bank ladder match, with the option, if they win, to hold that briefcase and cash in for a championship match whenever they feel like it. So big match there. Huge chance for all of them. For Jericho to get back on track. He's probably the favourite since he did pick up the decision in that 6-man tag last week. Great chance for Ono and a great chance for Lashley to burst themselves straight onto the scene. And then the next match following that will be our main event. Kofi Kingston tonight is going up against The Miz. This was where it was supposed to be Randy Orton versus AJ if that got signed off, but it appears that Orton has just flat out refused, so we have this instead. Huge chance for The Miz to get back in the picture. We haven't seen him for a while. And it is Kofi's first singles match tonight as well, so big opportunity for him. So that is tonight's card. Let's see how everybody got on. And we start off with the match between Asuka and Billie Kay. And it is Asuka that gets the win. Clearly Billie wasn't ready for Asuka tonight. And that moves Asuka now to 4-1 in her 1-loss record. And more importantly than that, probably keeps her name right up there in that women's title division. And probably still the official #1 contender, but that's to be confirmed. Yeah, I probably should have asked Chris Hammer that earlier when we had time with him, but I would say at the moment she's definitely in the driving seat. It is between her and Paige, but I would say Asuka is just edging it at the moment because of that extra win on her record. And then we have the Truth Standards beating the Colons, so the Colons still cannot get that win. They're at 0-2 now. How many more opportunities are they going to get? Well, we don't know, but it's not great for them at the moment. They had to wait an age, it seemed, to get this match. It was a great chance. They're more experienced as a team for sure, but it's a great start in any event for Truth Standards, so we'll see what that does for them in the tag division. The Furious Cesaro would then go on to beat Eric Young, probably making him feel a little bit better about himself at the moment. Sheamus wanted some of Eric Young, remember, so we might be seeing Sheamus and Eric Young next week on Smackdown. We'll have to wait and find out for that one. But Cesaro was absolutely chomping at the bit for that match and to put a beating on Eric Young, and he's done just that. So like I say, he must be feeling much better about himself now. And then we go back into the women's division with Paige picking up a win against the debutant Lana tonight. So Paige herself now moves up to 3-1 in her 1-loss record. Still trailing Asuka by that one, but again, she's going to be in the front running positions, probably not in pole position, but the front running positions for that women's title match that we assume is going to be at Money in the Bank. We still don't know that yet. But whenever it is, Paige is keeping her name right up there with Asuka's at the moment, on some great momentum now. She's not lost yet in one-on-one competition herself, so Paige is really on form, and yeah, she's got to be mentioned at least around that woman's title at the moment. And then we move on to Randy Orton vs Ty Dillinger. Randy Orton moving to 6-0 now, which I believe is the best record in Universe mode, full stop. He's had a massively busy night, Randy, as we've seen as the nights progressed, but he still comes away with a W. He didn't take Ty Dillinger lightly, obviously, like I mentioned. Could have been a mistake earlier. Randy way too smart, way too experienced to ever fall for that trap, really. Like I say, he moves to an ultra impressive 6-0 now. I'm pretty sure, I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure that is the best record in Universe mode at the moment. So Randy Orton absolutely on fire. At the moment, I would have to say, I think in trying to gold Randy in the match tonight and then Randy flipping it and saying, no, I'll tell you what, we'll do a title match at Money in the Bank. If that gets signed off, that could be a huge mistake by AJ Styles at the moment. And he doesn't make many, as we know. But I firmly believe that that could be one of them. Because Randy, like I say, is absolutely on fire at the moment. But we're going to have to leave that there, because now entering the arena is none other than Chris Jericho himself. Which can only mean it is time for our first televised match of the evening. It is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. It is Jericho versus Cassius Ohno versus Bobby Lashley. This is going to be ultra competitive. It is our first live triple threat match of Universe mode as well. And what a carrot to dangle. The chance to go in to that Money in the Bank ladder match. Try and get your hands on that briefcase. And you control your own destiny from that moment onwards that you get that briefcase. You're in complete control of when, where, who against that you want your title match. You've just got to be patient and bide your time. It is very, very rare. It does happen, but it's very rare that anybody who holds that briefcase comes away without a title at the end of it. Jericho will know that. He's been around long enough. All of them will know that Money in the Bank itself has been around long enough now. So huge opportunity tonight to be on a pay-per-view card in this Universe mode at the moment is huge, especially for Smackdown. They haven't even had their own exclusive pay-per-view yet. That is huge in itself, but to be in the Money in the Bank match, to have that chance to control your own destiny, there is no bigger carrot to dangle than that at the moment. And especially for somebody like a Cassius Ohno who's coming down here now, he's not even been on the main roster for 2 minutes. It's 1-on-1 for him, I believe. So this is only his third match in his Universe mode career, and he could be going to Money in the Bank if he wins here tonight. And let's not write him off. That elbow of his that you just saw there, he can hit that from pretty much anywhere, and if he does hit it, you're going to sleep. So it's a huge weapon for him to have in his arsenal. I'm sure he'll be looking to use that tonight. And now you can see him just wind it up again, just letting them know. I think Jericho might be a bit too experienced to fall for any mind games at the moment. You could see him just out a shot there, warming up outside of the ring. And then you want to talk about weapons. This man coming to the ring right now, Bobby Lashley. He says he's back here to dominate. It's on his t-shirt there. He's not done that just yet. He's had 2 opportunities in ring now. He's 1-on-1 himself, I believe. He did lose to Randy Orton, but then so has everyone else, so you can't really hold that against him. And then he was involved in the match last week where the team come away with the win, but it was in the end Jericho that got the decision. But on all of their records now, on Cassius's record, on Bobby Lashley's record, on Jericho's record, all of them get a win for winning as a team. So that resets them back to evens, both Cassius Ohno and Bobby Lashley. And tonight one of those can go 2-1. And if they do manage to do that, whichever one of them does it, he's going to Money in the Bank for a chance at the big briefcase with a big title shot sitting there inside it. But we're about to get underway here now. I don't really know fully what to expect here. It's going to be a little bit of chaos because of it being triple threat. You just saw Cassius Ohno land a cheap shot on Jericho there straight away. Y2J didn't bite to it. Maybe he should have done. Instead he chopped Lashley, and the big move already coming out there from Ohno. He's gone for a pin already. It was way too early in the match to think that he could beat someone like Jericho like that. And speaking of big moves, that's a massive one from Lashley, going straight to his power game, not wasting any time. He felt Jericho behind him, and he's another military press. This time he just slams Jericho to the mat, and Ono now has got back up and recovered a little bit. Tried to attack Lashley from behind, but it didn't work because that game-changing power knocks him down with the clothesline. Jericho using the experience there. I've just got a feeling that word there, that experience that Jericho's got in these kinds of situations, where I don't believe in universe mode that Lashley and Ono have been in a triple threat match yet. I could be wrong on that. But Jericho, not in universe mode maybe, but before, has had plenty of big matches like this one. The high pressure match is beautiful, brainbuster there, absolutely well hit there by Jericho. But he's got this sort of experience of these types of matches, and now you see Lashley outside the ring, Jericho grounding Cassius and going for the pin. That is that experience, and that could just be that determining factor in this match tonight. But at the moment, not, because Lashley has got Jericho up and he's popped him with a shin breaker there. Drops the elbow across his chest now as well, just to drive the air out of him. And then instead of getting cheap shotted, it was actually Lashley that went after Ono. But it didn't work out for him, and Lashley finds himself outside the ring once again. It's not where you want to be, because the pinfall will take place in the ring. Nice powerbomb there from Cassius. And what's he going for here? Is he going to go for a lock? He is there. That looks a little bit like an Indian death lock. I don't know if it is or not, but in any effect, what it is probably going to be effective. Not enough damage done to the legs of Jericho there, but Lashley at the moment just keeps getting dumped outside the ring, and if one of these two gets a decision why he's outside the ring, he's going to be absolutely destroyed by that. And we had a nice kick there from Ono to Lashley to knock him down. It was almost a bro kick of sorts. It was very, very effective. He's a really good striker, Cassius Ono. He missed Jericho there though, and again, and you can't afford to make them mistakes with Y2J, who then chucks Ono outside the ring. What's he going for here? I thought he was going to knock him off the apron. A draping DDT. That was nasty from Jericho, and it has took Ono out of the equation at the moment. But that was a hell of a right hand there from Lashley, and he's following up with more now. Jericho's gone into that front face lock. Lashley's picked him up, used the ropes to bounce him back over into the suplex. Nice move again from Lashley, just sticking with that power. And another example of it there as he just picks up Cassius Ono and drops him straight back down. Military presses everywhere at the moment from Lashley. Just absolutely going with what brought him to the dance. He's just sticking with that power game. He runs right through Ono there. Spinebuster to Jericho as well. Jericho straight outside the ring. Ono in trouble. This could be an opportunity here for Lashley. He has to move quicker. Ono sensing the urgency of the moment there maybe. Well, not really. I thought he might go for a big move there while Jericho was outside. Instead, he's just raining those right hands down. Lashley does push him off in the end. He just bides his time. I'm really surprised. That's the inexperience of both of these guys at the moment. If Jericho was left in the ring in that situation there, we saw it earlier, he'd have hit a big move and gone for the pin. He might not have got it, but he'd at least attempted it. Lashley sticking with that power. Jericho's just drop kicked Lashley, and it's had absolutely no effect on him at all. But this will definitely have an effect on him if he can get him turned over. He has done as well. Lashley's done the damage to Cassius Ono, and Lashley is in the walls of Jericho, and he's tapped. He's tapped out already. I did not see that one coming. Jericho again using that experience. It did give him the advantage. He stood there and watched as Lashley dished that big suplex to Cassius Ono. Took the opportunity to put Bobby Lashley into the walls of Jericho straight away, no messing around. And he gets the tap out victory, and it is Y2J now that is going to go and fill that last space on the Money in the Bank team for Smackdown. So we know the full lineup for the Money in the Bank match now. We'll come to that at a later time. For now, we'll just let Jericho enjoy this win. What a big win it is as well. That's put Jericho now back onto the winning trail, and he's starting to build momentum. He's got Samoa Joe out the way, and he's gone back to getting 2 decision wins in 2 weeks. He said he wanted Universe Mode to be his main focus, and look at that smile. He knows he's been out of the ring for a long time, but he's starting to put it all back together now, and he could be a force in that Money in the Bank ladder match. So well done to Jericho. He's now heading to Money in the Bank, but it is now time to turn our attention to the main event of the evening. It is, of course, Kofi Kingston, and he's going to be coming out with his New Day brothers, and he's going to be going up against The Miz in the main event. Once again, this was supposed to be, according to the notes, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, the rematch. But we saw what happened. Randy completely and utterly just said, nope, we're going to wait till Money in the Bank, we're going to put the title on the line, and we're going to get it done in a cage match to ensure no interference being run from Razor Rivers, no interference being run from the club. It's going to be one-on-one. Best man on the night takes the title. I'm looking forward to that. If that gets signed off, that is going to be our first cage match of Universe Mode. So that should be really exciting. It should be a good match between those two as well, especially with AJ getting back on the winning ways now. Randy yet to lose. I still personally think it is a mistake from AJ to have let Randy goad him into the challenge like that, but that is for another day. It is Kofi. It's his first experience in Universe Mode in singles competition. He's going to be feeling highly confident, as you can see there, with his New Day brothers flanking him. And The Miz, we've not seen Miz for a while, but he's back tonight where he will believe that he belongs. The main event spotlight is on him. We know how much he loves the bright lights. It's the A-lister. He's going to be looking to get on to winning ways tonight. He has only actually had 1 match during Universe Mode at the moment as The Miz, and unfortunately for him that ended up being a loss, so he's definitely going to want to put that right tonight. And if he does, that probably puts his name back out there, because he has got the skills, The Miz. He's got what it takes. Longest reigning before Universe Mode, Intercontinental Champion. He's been in movies. He's got it all. The Miz, the charisma, the skill, everything. He's got his wife with him tonight as well, Marie. So he's got a good chance against Kofi. Kofi, like I say, no Universe Mode matches in singles competition yet. So everything points to The Miz, but obviously this is Universe Mode. Kofi's highly talented himself, so it's going to come down to tonight who can implement their game plan the best, the quickest probably as well. Kofi's obviously going to want the high tempo, push the pace, high risk maneuvers. The Miz will be looking to keep things slow and methodical on the ground, and it's who really can implement their game plan from the beginning that will probably come away with the win in this one. But we don't have to wait any longer. It is underway now. Kofi straight in with a strike, straight in with a Hurricane Rana. Exactly what I'm talking about. And he actually grabs The Miz, drops some elbows, the point to the elbow onto the top of Miz's skull there. And it is a great start from Kofi. He's got The Miz exactly where he wants him here. I'm quite surprised at the moment though, because he's trying to keep him grounded, but there you go. The Miz comes straight back into it, and as Kofi starts to struggle, Xavier Woods there outside trying to get the crowd into it, trying to get Kofi back into it. He doesn't want to let The Miz build up any momentum here, Kingston, because this is what The Miz will want. You would imagine would have the strength advantage out of these two, The Miz. Kofi definitely, we mentioned earlier, the speed advantage. But The Miz here doing exactly what I was on about. He's keeping Kingston grounded. He's gone for the pin quite early there, The Miz. It's just a 1 count for now though. He's made Kofi spend a little bit of energy kicking out there though. Everything The Miz does is planned, and that's one of his signature moves there, that clothesline in the corner. As Kofi gets back up, Miz meets him before he can. He's now going to take him to the corner, bounce his head off the buckle more than once as well. Miz is just going absolutely nuts in the corner at the moment with Kofi's head and that buckle. And he's again got Kofi on the ground. He went for the strike, but Kofi managed to dodge that really well there. Little monkey flip from Kingston there. High impact, not high impact, but high tempo offense again from Kingston. You can tell he's not really a ground game guy, Kofi, and you can see that there as the Miz takes full advantage once again. And that's a nice move from the Miz there. I've not seen him do that one before. He's going to be looking to get back to winning ways, and I assume that the Miz being the way that he is, he's thinking, if I can get past Kofi tonight and show out well, that US title is going to look awfully nice around my waist. You know the Miz is not going to wait in line for a title shot. He's just not that kind of guy. He believes he should always have gold around his waist. Like I said, his title of choice seems to have been the Intercontinental title, but I'm sure he'd be more than happy with the US one. And at the moment, that's another division here on Smackdown in this universe mode that is wide open. There's not really a solidified #1 contender as such in that division, or anyone even close to that, so why not if the Miz can get the job done tonight? Same for Kofi really. He wouldn't have experienced a loss, so it would put him at 1-0, so he too could start looking at a title maybe, but who knows. I'm not too sure what is going to happen with the New Day. Like, they're a three-piece, as we know. Big E's had a mini run at the WWE title, but unfortunately he lost his shot at becoming #1 contender because of our mystery attacker that we have here on SmackDown. I'm going to have to wait a minute because this is the Miz's big DDT. He's landed it as well. Is he going to go for the pin? He is. And Kingston's nowhere near the ropes. It's 1, it's 2, and it's a kick out. I thought the Miz had him there for a second. But back to the... Whoa, hold on. Let's not go back to the point yet, because the Miz is lining up for something big here. But Kingston has blocked it, and Miz has ended up in the corner. It was a nice counter from Kingston there, because if the Miz had hit what he was looking for, that could really have been it. Oh, nice combination there from Kingston. But yeah, Big E had his title #1 contendership took away from him before it even got going by the resident mystery attacker that we have here on SmackDown, who we still have no clue who it is, as we heard Chris Hammer alluding to earlier. He's back to almost the beginning of his investigations with that at the moment. And when he come back, Big E had a shot at the Money in the Bank qualifying. He couldn't get it done. I still think he came back from being took out a little bit too early, and that's what affected him there. And unfortunately that's just put him back to square one at the moment. He's had a couple of losses now, so if New Day decide to go after the titles, is it going to be Kofi, if he's successful here tonight, that goes for singles aspirations? Would Big E and Xavier Woods then go after the tag titles? Would Kofi go after the world title after AJ or Randy Orton if that matches in Money in the Bank? We'll have to wait a minute and find out. Kingston could very well be successful here tonight because he's just hit the Trouble in Paradise. Miz is in all kinds of trouble now. He's nowhere near the ropes here. The Kofi's got the leg hooked. It's 1, 2. No, it's not 2. Maurice has just pulled the referee out of the ring to save the Miz there. He was gone for sure, but now he's been given a second chance in this match, and he's hit that running knee strike again. Not like this, surely not. It's 1 now, it's 2. No, Kofi kicks out as well. And yeah, if Kofi tonight does win, and he was awfully close to doing so, then would he go after the world title and then Xavier or Big E go after the US? Or I don't know. There's a lot of questions around the New Day at the moment, and a lot of them could be answered by the Miz actually tonight. That's a beautiful combination, but look at Kofi bounce straight back up there, and he's into that monkey flip again. He caught a second win there, Kofi, but it looks like that did take out of him everything that he had. He's had to take a little bit of a respite there, which has given the Miz a little chance to recover. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't do it. Kofi now with a low drop kick straight to the side of Miz's head. He's building up a nice head of steam at the moment now, Kingston. He's looking for the boom drop. Is he going to hit it? He does indeed. That could be all for the Miz now. Kofi again though having to take the breather. It's took a lot out of the both of them this match. Maurice now trying to distract the ref, but to no avail, luckily for her, because she made a mistake there if she was trying to get the referee's attention. But to his credit, Miz himself kicked out to the boom drop. But Kofi now, he's going to look for that trouble in paradise again. He's got a bit of momentum with a run this time as well. He's caught the Miz in the head once again. Maurice is trying desperately to get the crowd behind Miz, but good luck with that one, Maurice. Here comes, no, the ref doesn't even go for the pin, because this time Maurice did get the referee's attention. And once again now, the Miz has been saved by his wife. Kofi's still not going to be denied though, with a drop toe hold this time. What's he going for here? Slips underneath, nice neck breaker there. Is the referee telling Maurice to get out? I think he has, you know. Maurice has gone. The Miz is now on his own. Kofi's still got both members of the New Day outside the ring with him. Miz is going to look for this DDT again. He hits it again. He's busted Kofi open with it this time as well. He's wasting no time going for the pin. It's one. It's two. Is Kofi going to... He is. He's kicked out. I thought the Miz had got him there just as Maurice was told to leave. The Miz hits the big move. He wasted no time. Fair play to him, but he couldn't get it done. He now DDTs that ankle, and he's Miz now thinking maybe figure four. I've tried this DDT twice. I've had no success with it, so is it time to try something different? It is, but it's not the figure four. It's a skull-crushing finale. That's surely it now for Kofi. Ref's in great position. It's one, it's two, and this time it is the three. And the Miz, in a hard-fought main event, has only gone on one, and he's put himself at 1-on-1 here now in universe mode. And that just could be enough for the Miz. Like I said, he's going to want gold. He's that type of egotistical character where he's going to think that this will shoot him straight to the front of the queue. I'm not so sure about that, but the Miz fancies himself everywhere he goes, not just in universe mode, not just on Smackdown, in Hollywood, in the streets that he walks down, in his own house. He's the main event, he's the A-lister. He's going to want that gold around that waist to prove it. And to be fair to him tonight, he took two trouble in paradise. He got hit with a boom drop once as well. Managed to kick out. You've got to give the assist to Maurice in this one as well. But at the end of the day, the records are going to say Miz got it done. And he did get it done. Fair play to him. That's been back on the W column now. So that could just kick-start him. And that's exactly what he'll want to hear. Especially with pay-per-views coming up around the corner. We've got Money in the Bank, we got SummerSlam, and then I would assume, because Raw's had one, there is going to be a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. So now is the time to start building the momentum for everybody here. The Miz obviously knows that. Like I say, congratulations to him tonight. He's got it done. But that is going to do it for this massive episode of Universe Mode. It's been an absolutely blinding SmackDown. I've loved every second of it. I hope that you have too. And I really hope to catch you all in the next one. It'll be Raw next time around. That should be up in a few days. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Like if you've enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. Good things, bad things, whatever you want to leave. As long as it's constructive and it helps to push this series forward, I'm all for it. But that's enough from me tonight. Once again, my name's been Rich. This has been Gamer Life, the home of WWE2K19 Universe Mode. All of you guys stay safe. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.